Good afternoon, fellow traders. It's time for the market recap. Monday, August the 24th. Dan is not here today, so I'm going to be covering him with the recap. Hopefully, you've had a good trading day. I think we had some pretty decent ideas this morning for us on the market forecast. We were just kind of talking about it. It was Monday. No important releases due out. The S&Ps were going to be opening at all-time highs. Weren't sure what was going to go on there. Had some decent opportunities in gold and the euro, but the S&Ps and the Nasdaq even and the crude oil some smaller opportunities today. I think it's fascinating how the all-time high until the last couple of minutes was in the overnight in the S&Ps. It tends not to do that. It tends not to let that happen. All-time highs and recent highs always tend to happen in regular trading hour session. We're going to see that very shortly. Hello, Norman. Hello, Tanya. Welcome. As we look through the day today, crude oil on the market forecast, we kind of caution to stay a little bit patient in the face of the storms that are coming into the Gulf. Hopefully, this saved you some money. The opportunities were not all that great today in crude oil. Really, I think it was actually a normal trading day. A normal trading day in profile speak is a day where the high and the low of the regular trading hour session never leave the first hour of trade. So that first hour range, we never went outside of it in crude oil today. And it wasn't a very big range either. So it was hopefully, that cautionary this morning from the forecast kept some of you out of trouble. Hello, Sarah, Doyle, Miguel, Esteban. Good afternoon. Glad you guys are all here. In the S&Ps, we put in new all-time highs, and the market just kind of digests till the end of the session. And again, when we put in a recent high or a new all-time high in the overnight, it tends to get rechecked, which we just did. We'll see that in the charts very shortly here. Nasdaq overnight longs just could not hold that market above weekly kickoff high. Basically closes the gap, and that's all it did today. Gold, we had a pretty good early gap close and then just continuation through Friday's range and towards weekly kickoff low. It looks like we may get an opportunity for an execution near that weekly kickoff low in the next couple of days. It's not until Wednesday, I think, really where the Jackson Hole thing starts, and then we've got GDP. We've got kind of more important eco releases due out later on in the week. So we may be in a bit of a holding pattern until then. As far as the euro, again, we got too long in overnight trade. No real new information or participation coming into that market. Takes it right back down to settlement, as happens so often. And in the Japanese yen, basically an inside day, inside an inside day, inside an inside day. Really not a lot of big opportunity in the Japanese yen. So our currency is a little bit split as far as the opportunities are concerned. There was a good opening range trade in the euro, good opening range trade in the gold, and basically ranging for everything else. Why don't we go ahead and jump in and take a quick look through these charts and see what we're looking at here. I'm going to start on the daily in crude as usual. No, I don't want to close that. All right. And here we go. All right. So, yes, there are storms coming into the Gulf. A lot of folks thinking that this is going to push crude higher. It did not. However, we have an inside day in extended trading hours. The 30-minute, we had a little bit of a gap. We tried to push the upper side, the upper end, I would have to say, of Thursday's value area, but we were unable to, basically bringing price right back to settlement and then ranging the rest of the day. I think a lot of folks probably were expecting some big moves in crude oil just by watching the news this morning And sometimes watching the news can tell you, you know what, this is maybe not going to be as big a thing as we think it might be. So again, range bound. Going to see how these storms come into the Gulf. Here's the E-mini S&P on the daily. Finally, let's take a look. Finally, there's our all-time high in the September contract. Finally, we open above it. We continue to drive. It looks like a big move to the upside here, doesn't it? We've got our weekly kickoff high is 34.30. We just kind of ran right to it after the close here, or on the close. The thing that I'm talking about is when we had this big move to the upside, there's the possibility that we've got some short time frame traders that are a little bit too long here, and they were able to push price back towards the gap, but they were unable to close the gap, which would tell us, hey, you know what, there's something else going on here. We can't close the gap. We look for opportunities in the opposite direction, or we look for longs. The thing is, and we've been pointing this out for a number of days now, our overnight high was our all-time high. The market generally will not leave an all-time high or even a recent high at the extreme in the overnight session. It took all day for us to come back and take out our overnight high, which was the all-time high, and then take this market right towards weekly kickoff high. I only wish this would have happened early in the session or maybe tomorrow morning. It's going to be fascinating to see how this market responds up at this level, this weekly kickoff level. If it can hold it, if it can hold above it, grand. If it can't, we're going to have to see how things play out. I'm going to be really fascinated to see how that market treats tomorrow. The NASDAQ weekly kickoff high, we opened above it. We had some pretty considerable longs in this market, and those longs took the price back down to settlement within an hour and a half after the regular trading hour open. And then we just kind of fell into range. But again, this is not a high put in extended trading hours or overnight trade. This high was put in regular trading hours. Perhaps that's part of the reason it has not yet been revisited today. Gold. Here's the daily. Basically range bound, looking at possible shorter time frame control in this market. The market opens, leaves the opening range at the dead high of the regular trading hour session, taking price initially back to settlement, finishing the value area special situation play, and now headed towards possibly another test down here towards weekly kickoff low. We had that test in the overnight trade on Friday morning before the open. Now we may have another chance to see that in regular trading hours. Here's our euro. Here's the daily. Again, pretty centrally located. We've got a lot of balance here. I gotta move this. So 1706. 1706 is weekly kickoff low. I failed to do that. My apologies, but that's approximately close enough. So centrally located, weekly kickoff, high and low, short time frame. The market opens way too long in short time frame with no longer time frame traders here to help them out. Basically, the market just drifts back down towards settlement, unraveling all of those weak money longs from overnight. And now the Japanese yen, again, been basically in this range for quite some time. There have been volatile moments, but we're centrally located near a previous weekly kickoff level that seems a little bit magnetic. Wasn't looking for big opportunities in this market, and this market did not disappoint. We did not take out the overnight high. We just took out the overnight low just in the last couple of hours here. But basically, we opened out of balance. All we did was continue to keep value where it is. You can be cautious looking for opportunities in this. And so that's what we got for us today. Hello, Charles LT. Good to see you. Good to see you with us. Yeah, the regular trading hour sessions have been a little bit weird the last few days, and I think it's as the S&Ps continue to push new highs or recent highs until today. Uh, it's been leaving the high in the overnight, and then at some point during the trading session or the next trading session, it comes back up and it revisits that level. So it's just a function of the marketplace, of the auction process. The overnight traders, the regular trading hour traders, don't want to be shown up. Maybe that's what it is, by the overnight traders. It's weaker money. It's just, all of the participants aren't there, so it doesn't count as much, if you ask me, when new highs or new lows are put in the overnight session. I'm going to take a quick look at some of the news that came out here, and most of the news has been, more about the coronavirus and a little bit of a drop in infections of it. A lot of folks talking about the president and his pressure to use. Let me find it here. I've got a few few things open here, so yeah, Trump is talking to the FDA about expanding access to COVID treatment with plasma. Just about anything they're willing to try, of course. And we would think that everybody would want everybody to get better at that, although sometimes it seems a little bit different than that. A lot of questions about mail-in voting. We had Apple was up pretty decent today. It was up 1.2%. The stocks that were up most today were American Airlines. American Airlines was up 10%. Carnival Group up 10%. United Airlines up almost 10%. So perhaps some folks thinking about moving around the country, hopefully as COVID fades away. That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. Wonderful. TikTok is suing the U.S. government over the ban here. And just a whole bunch of stuff. On this day in history, one very interesting thing. On August 24th, after centuries of dormancy, Mount Vesuvius erupts in southern Italy. That was on August 24th, 79 AD. 79 AD. And that's really the only thing that looks worthy of discussing with you as far as the news is concerned. Let's see what we got here. Hogue, I have always been curious about the jacket behind you. What's the story in that number mean? Sorry, got to ask. No, that's okay. This jacket behind me is it's an old trading jacket. So we always wore these on the trading floor, one to maybe protect our clothes. But this was the badge. 805 was the clearing firm that I was clearing at the time. And the white badge is a top step badge. So if you were filling orders in the S&Ps, you had to have that badge on to be able to stand there. It's just part of history, something I keep around. I've got a few of those badges, and they have different numbers on them because I cleared different clearing firms at different times. But yeah, it's just kind of a little bit of trading history. I just keep it around, and for people to ask. I'm glad you did ask, Miguel. Well, here we are going up on that COVID curve. Government opened the border 2 weeks ago. I am a bit worried now. Yeah, it's why can't we just get along and figure this thing out and get it over with? What time do you usually end your trading day? I've noticed ES makes a move at the end of the session. Yeah, I'm I'm done unless I'm going to be holding a position past the close. I'm out at 3 o'clock. After 3 o'clock, it's more traders just evening up that decide they want to get flat by the end of the session. So usually by 3 o'clock, I'm done. I'm flat. I'm out of the markets. And after the recap here, I'll finish up a few things here at the office. Then I'll do some of my research for what I think might happen tomorrow. I'll put together a few little hypotheses as to what I think might go on tomorrow, and then I will turn it down, spend a little bit of time with my wife and the dog and my kids, and then I'll be up probably about 5:30 tomorrow morning down here, checking out what's going on, taking a look at what the markets have got, seeing what's in the news, and preparing for the market forecast. Jamie, yes. Yeah, here. Let me show you. Okay, so the blue and red volume profiles. So I'm just going to go over here to configure chart elements, and I'm going to just single click. No, that's not what I'm looking for. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and grab the volume profile. Now I just messed it up. Volume profile. So I want the profile color to be that blue. The the value area percentage I have as this pink here. So I've got my value area percentage at 70%, and the inside value, the volume profile is going to present as that pink color. I have value high and low, red, point of control, green. You can thicken them up if you like to, but it's all in the profile color, the background color, in this, how you're going to see those. So I'm going to save those, see if they come back to me that way. Apparently not. I don't know what I did. But here, let's just go to a different. There they are. Okay, so I'm just going to double click, volume profile, profile color blue, value area percentage red, save. Sarah Hall, is that 5:30 your time? 5:30 a.m. my time. Yes, that would be 3:30 Pacific time. Yes, I go to bed pretty early, and I have kind of an internal clock that wakes me up about 5:30 every day. I just look at the clock, have a sip of water, and I'll usually get up, make a cup of coffee, and sit down and see what I see. There's usually some puttering time involved in that. It's not just constantly working and doing research. I get up and water the tomato plants or get the dog up or something like that. But that's a pretty good amount of time, 2.5 hours before the market forecast. But it does give me plenty of time to think things through and to really feel as though I'm prepared for the day. LT, how is there a trading session this week? I got a couple of questions. We'll email them to you this morning. Yeah, Wednesday, the group coaching. Um, yeah, whatever you need to do, LT. I've been a little bit busy lately, but there's nothing that says we can't have a brief conversation, just you and I, one of these days, and I'll look forward to that. Jamie, my pleasure. The volume profile? No, that's fine. Yeah, just let me know your questions, and we'll have a look. If we need more time, we'll take care of it. We'll find it. All right. So in about 20 minutes, it's 3:20. Markets are basically closed. Take a deep breath. Just stay cool. I saw that, Anthony. Looking forward to it. We're going to discuss that on Friday on the group coaching. I saw that. I got you all hooked up. Hmm. Yes. Yeah, I try to take time for everybody. That's the dad in me. Oh, no dad joke today. That's all right. We'll do another dad joke another day. All right, everybody, get some rest. Stay clean. Wash your hands. And be ready for tomorrow. I think tomorrow, who knows? I think our real fireworks are going to come later on in the week, Wednesday, Thursday, and perhaps Friday. We will see you tomorrow morning. The market forecast, 8 o'clock. Don't forget the performance, the group coaching on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Probably tomorrow morning. I'll put a link in there so you can sign up if you'd like to join me. It's only 45 minutes, but if it becomes more popular, we'll add more time to it, and hopefully we'll have more questions and more thoughts, and I can learn more, and you can learn more, and we can all learn more. So I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Again, rest up, stay clean, be good to yourself, be good to each other. We'll see you in the morning.